Hello. Today we are talking about chapter 6. It's the last chapter in the first term this year in the novel A Tale of Two Cities. In this chapter, we'll learn about the revolution and what's happened after it. We say that many of France's aristocrats had sent their money at the first sign of trouble to Tellson's bank. When they escaped from France, they arrived first at Tellson's to ask for their money. When Mr. Jarvis Lorry heard that their Paris office was in danger, he immediately decided to go and save the many important books and papers that were kept there. As we said, Mr. Jarvis Lorry was the manager or the most important man in Tellson's bank in England, but he decided to travel to France in order to save the important papers and books and documents that were kept there in France. Then there was a letter. A letter was addressed to the Marquis of Evermont. This was the name that was the letter addressed to. The Marquis of Evermont, we knew that he is Charles Darnay, and the letter was sent to Tellson's bank. Mr. Jarvis Lorry tried a lot to find who was this man, who was this name, but he couldn't find him. No one knew the real name of Darnay but the doctor. Gabelle, who was the assistant of Charles Darnay or the Marquis of Evermont in France, sent this letter asking Darnay to come to France and help him, because Gabelle was thrown into prison for working for an aristocratic immigrant. Charles Darnay wanted to save his honest assistant from prison, and he thought he would be able to guide the revolution, which was running so frighteningly wild. The last thing Darnay did before traveling to France, that he wrote two long letters, one to Lucy and the other to the doctor, explaining why he had to go to Paris. Now, let's check some questions. Number one, how has the Tellson's bank become an important center for the French aristocrats? Many of France's aristocrats had sent their money at the first sign of trouble. When they escaped from France, they arrived first at Tellson's bank in England to ask for their money. Number two, why was Mr. Lorry traveling to Paris? When he heard that their Paris office was in danger, he immediately decided to go and save the many important books and papers that were kept there. Okay? Question number three. Comment, my bank is in great danger and I'm the only person who can go. These words were said by Mr. Lorry to Charles Darnay when Darnay tried to deter him from traveling to France as it was not safe. Number four, why did Mr. Lorry say that it would be a bad idea for Charles Darnay to go to France at the time? Because people there considered him an immigrant whom they hate. It would be madness if he decided to go. Number five, who is the important letter at the bank addressed to? The letter was addressed to the Marquis of Evermont. We knew that he is Charles Darnay. Number six, comment, I have asked everybody and no one knows where he is. These words were said by Mr. Lorry to Charles Darnay when the letter asked him if he had found the Marquis of Evermont yet. No one knew the real name of Darnay, but the doctor. Gabelle sent this letter to Charles Darnay. What did Gabelle ask Darnay in his letter? He asked him to come to France and help him because Gabelle was thrown into prison for working for an aristocratic immigrant. This man is innocent and needs help. So, what reasons pushed Darnay to travel to France? He wanted to save his honest assistant from prison. And he thought he would be able to guide the revolution, which was running so frighteningly wild. Number 9. Comment. He said that he would leave tomorrow night. This is the message which Darnay sent to Gabelle with Mr. Lorry. He asked Mr. Lorry to tell Gabelle that the Marquis had received his letter and would come soon. Number 10. What was the last thing Darnay did before traveling to France? Yes, he wrote 2 long letters. 2 long letters. One to Lucy and the other to the doctor, explaining why he had to go to Paris. He gave them the reasons that made him or pushed him go or travel to France at once. And we have just said that he wanted to save his assistant's life, Mr. Gabelle, who was innocent. That was all for Chapter 6. Thank you very much.